Hey everyone, long time no talk, long time no see. It's been a while since I've been on my YouTube channel and I miss it. And I'm like, I need to give my people an update about my life and everything that's going on weight loss wise. But I do not want my channel to be a weight loss channel. Just so we're on the same page. Anyway, I just took my shot. And I was thinking to myself, wow, it's been over 3 years or it just hit my 3 years since I have been on a GLP-1. And I really wanted to come here and give an update about like how I'm doing and how my feelings are. So just to start, I had gastric bypass in 2020, November 4th to be exact. So I'm also heading on my 5-year anniversary of being a gastric bypass surgery, whatever. Anyway, and I was thinking to myself also, it's been almost over 3 years since I started my weight loss medicine. So let's go back. Back in 2020, I was about to get off my mom's insurance because I was aging out, and my doctor at the time, who was my pediatrician, was like, Tia, I strongly recommend that you get weight loss surgery. I think it'll be very beneficial to you. And so my whole life, I've been a bigger kid. I was always in plus size. I remember having to go to JCPenney and Sears and all these other stores because I was always bigger and I couldn't really shop in a regular size section. There were some things that I could wear, but I graduated high school wearing a size 14, 18. I went into college. I blew up. I literally was already fat. I think college alone, I gained over 150 pounds, I think, when I first went into community college. It was my first time having access to like food and going out with friends and eating all the time. Like literally everything I did was surrounded by eating. So in 2020, I was like, enough's enough. This was like the height of the pandemic. Remember, the pandemic started in March of 2020. And I just remember being really big, and I was walking up the stairs one day and I just couldn't breathe. And I'm like, I'm sick and tired of not being able to breathe. I would be eating food and my heart would do this weird palpitation. What I later found out, I have an abnormal heart rhythm, but we'll get to that another day. And I was just looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, even though I really am happy that I thought, I am sick and tired of being fat. I was sick and tired of thinking to myself, what would life like if I was smaller? Would people treat me differently? Would people treat me with more respect? And the answer is yes. Would I be more able to find friends and romantic partners? Like, would people just treat me differently if I lost weight? And then also, would I be happier being smaller? And also, I was like, I desire to be married and have children. I desire to live a long life, to see my family and to see everyone. To see my niece's children. Like, I want to see this, right? And I'm like, if I am 400 pounds, what makes me think I'm going to live a long life if I'm not even healthy? So anyway, in 2020, I think it finally clicked in my head. And before 2020, I had multiple opportunities to get the surgery, but I don't think I was ready, and I'm glad I didn't get it before 2020, because I don't think I would have been as successful as I am now because that mindset wasn't there. So fast forward, I had my surgery in May 2020. I had to lose about 30 pounds. I remember the highest I've ever seen the scale was 390 something, but I know for a fact I was bigger than that because when I was like 390 something, I had just started to lock in and say, okay, it's time for me to work out. The biggest size I was a size 32, I believe. It was like 28, 32. Then I had the surgery, I was losing weight, and then 2 years after I had the surgery, I kind of hit this stall. I was at 270, and I was like, I'm not happy. I'm not sure why I'm not losing weight. I'm trying everything. And there were some things that I did after the surgery that I think that if I didn't do, I would have definitely lost more weight. And we can talk more about the good, bad, and ugly about gastric bypass surgery. But yeah. I got down to 270. My doctor's like, hey, Tia, there's this thing called Mounjaro. And she's like, it's a shot, but I really think you'd be successful on that. I was so scared because I don't do needles. If you know me personally, you know that I would rather not get my blood taken. I just hate needles. And it's so funny because 3 years later, I take a needle every week. Anyway, so this was at the time when the $25 savings card was a thing. So if your doctor prescribed you Mounjaro, all you had to do is take the savings card to the pharmacy. It was $25. So anyway, That was in that was in September of 2022. I was 270. I am now down to 184. I fluctuate between 184, 188. I'm trying to get back into the 170s. I think June of last year was the lowest I've ever gotten. I got down to 163. But that was not maintainable for me. I was constantly hungry. I was passing out a lot. I was constantly dizzy. It wasn't healthy. But also last year I had my skin removal. So they removed over 7 to 8 pounds of loose skin. And I would love to put the picture in here of my skin sitting in a bucket, but they removed my midsection. I can talk more about that surgery. I think I actually have a video on my channel about my horror stories. I almost died from that surgery, or I almost died because of complications because of that surgery. I almost went septic. Anyway, that video's on my channel somewhere. But yeah, I am at the point now where I want to lose about 6 to 10 more pounds. I want to be back in the 170s. Weight-wise or size-wise, I'm a size 12, 14. I would love to be like a true size 12, size 10, and I would love to just be that size the rest of my life. I'm a size, I can wear anywhere from a medium and up on top. My shoe size did go down when I got down to 160. I was like a size 10. I could get even to a 9.5, but I'm back to being in a size 11. It's so crazy how losing weight can affect your shoe size. But yeah, I will honestly say being on a GLP-1 has like literally changed my life. And not only did it change me physically, mentally, I'm not constantly thinking about food. That's one thing that the weight loss surgery did not do. It doesn't it doesn't take away that food noise. I have been on a mixture of Mounjaro, Zepbound, and Wegovy. I have never tried anything else. I just tried and have done what my insurance has approved me for. And yeah, I recommend I don't recommend, but if you are looking at getting weight loss surgery or going on Mounjaro or a GLP-1 period, and you look at all your options, if you feel like the best one, I personally love it. I've never had any of those complications like some people do. I know some people get gastroenteritis and other issues, and thankfully I haven't had any of those issues. But I always tell people like who try to judge me for having and being on this medicine, is like, you get mad at people for being bigger. They find options to help them be smaller and healthier, specifically more healthier, and then you judge them for that. Anyway, yeah, I just forever grateful for my doctor for recommending me on Mounjaro. And Eli Lilly did their thing. I do have more food noise on Wegovy than I do Mounjaro, and eventually I do want to start tapering myself off of it. The idea of that scares the hell out of me, if I'm being completely honest, because I was off my medicine for over a month. I think almost 2 months when I had my surgery, and then after I had it because of the complications that I had, and that food noise came back full-fledged. Not only did I gain 25 pounds because of all the liquid I was retaining, because of it was draining into my body after my surgery last year, but that food noise, I was so hungry, y'all. I just wanted to eat, my little heart's desire. And so that's one thing I am scared of. And so for people who have tapered off of these GLP-1s, if you have figured out the recipe and the secret for not having food noise after you come off of it, please let me know. But anyway, if you have any topics you want me to talk about being on a GLP-1 or my weight loss surgery, please let me know. But I want to start filming again. Tell me what you want to see. I'm sick of spending money. So if it doesn't involve me spending money constantly, let me know. Anyway, bye. Thank you for watching.